Hi all, let's do another melody video. I thought we'd go over Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's somewhat of an exotic melody, but it's baseball season and I thought it would be a nice one to go over now. So it's in the key of C, and it's also 3/4 time, but we're mainly concerned with the phrases. And as we go through this, we'll talk about them just a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's the key of C, and the first two notes, it takes an octave jump. It goes from low C to high C. So if you were going to sing that, that would be kind of tough. You know, take me, you know, okay? And then it goes to A, G, E, G. And then it ends on a D. So you can see how he's kind of hanging around a G, but he's working a key of C, but he ended it on a D. Okay, so that's just the first four measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second four measures, kind of the same thing, but he ends on the G. Okay, so if this was an 8-measure line, phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, phrase 4. So you can see phrase 1 and 3 are the same. Phrase 2 and 4 are different. Kind of the same, but different. It goes from G. Here he ends on a D, here he stays on G. Okay? Phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, phrase 4. So, it's kind of hard to work around the camera here. That's phrase 1 and 2. Okay? So, you know, if I was writing that, I would never do that octave jump. I mean, that if you gave that to a singer, they'd just probably look at you like you're crazy. But I like the way he ended on a G. And this part here, this A, G, E, G, that's nice. Okay? Now the second line is totally different. You know, songwriting structure has changed throughout the years. So this is an older tune. This is the way they wrote them back then. So here they go into buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. Okay, so here's A, G sharp, A. Okay, so problem there is how's he getting a G sharp in a key of C, right? Well, he's following the chords. You know, they're on an A chord here. So he goes ahead and uses G sharp because G sharp is in the key of A. So, and then E, F, G, and then A, F, G. See how it goes A, F, D. So this is phrase 1, phrase 2. Phrase 2 is A, F, D. See, he's ending on 2. Ending on the 2 creates suspense. Second note of the scale, fourth note of the scale causes suspense. You add the second note of a scale to a chord, it's a suspended chord, right? And same with the fourth. So that's why he's ending on D. And then phrase 3, kind of the same as phrase 1. Phrase 1 was A, G, A, but here he's just going I, you know, and he's just following the words. I don't care if I ever get back. Okay. So you could kind of say, you know, this phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, phrase 4. You could kind of say these two phrases are the same. Kinda. Here he just took out the G sharp because he's following the text, he's following the lyrics. And this is the same here. It's just quarter notes. It's different notes. So here he's going E, F, G. Here he went A, B, C. So it raises the excitement. See, here it was E, F, G, and here it was A, B, C. So it increases the level of brightness in the song as the song goes on. And then phrase 4, right, this phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, phrase 4, totally different from this one. And that's because we're on a different chord. Up here it was D minor, here we're on a G7. So, never get back. Never get back. And you can see this D here. This D is getting up to an octave and a third. So that D would be the second. Okay, and then we're in the phrase 1, phrase 2. This is the same as this one up here. This is the same as this one up here. Here he ended on D. Here he's just hitting 2 Ds because he's following the lyrics. Now this phrase here, it actually started here. He's just following the lyrics. It's I don't care if I ever get back. This phrase here actually starts right here. Let me root for the home team. Okay, so this phrase actually ends on this G here. Okay, so it's never get home. And then phrase 1 here actually starts here. Let me root. And you see he's kind of just following the scale here. Let me root. There's that octave jump. Root. Okay, so phrase 1 here starts here. It goes E, D, C, E, D, C. Okay, so from here to here, that's kind of like the phrase. Okay, and that's real common, starting just before the start of the measure. It's not really something you think about. It's more of a just a feel of the song. Okay, so let me root for the home team. Ends on a D for suspense. If they don't win, it's a shame. So he's just going right up the scale. Starts on a D, down to C. If they don't win, it's a shame. And then for it's, he's up on the C. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. At the oh, he left the key here. We're in the key of C, and he's on a C chord, and he throws in an F sharp. So if I was writing this, I wouldn't do that. Just 3 G's. Okay.